right now. Cumberland County College, the Dukes have won 30 straight games and are number one in the nation. Good morning, Coach.
Hey, good morning, Sully. How are you?
How's that sound? Number one in the nation.
Hey, it sounds pretty good. Very proud of our guys. But hey, I just heard you guys talking, and I just want to say thank you for you guys promoting Billy Walsh and all this stuff that's going on with him. He is a dear friend of mine. I miss him to death, not being around him every day like I used to be, but really awesome thing, and I appreciate all you guys are doing for him and his family.
Yeah, you're a Holy Spirit guy. You used to coach the Spartans. I'm sure you had some time with Coach Walsh. What a guy, man! He's one of those guys that I'm 44 years old and I'm ready to strap on the pads after I hear one of his post-game speeches.
What an awesome human being, and just a lot of fun. And him and I spent a lot of time together. I mean, I have all of his daughters hand-me-down toys. I mean, my girls are playing with Kelly's stuff now, and I miss his energy, and just an awesome human being, and just made everybody feel like they were his best friend, just a great human being.
Yeah, he's one of those coaches you play for him, and you're like, hey, I'm one of Walsh's guys, and everybody knows what you're talking about.
Yeah, you'll absolutely go through a wall for him at the drop of a hat. That is for sure.
So tell us about the Dukes, man. You guys, this has taken a little bit of a couple of years here to get this program where you wanted it to be, but now it's really firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, I mean, we've got some really good players. We've recruited some very good student athletes. We're a very balanced team this year. We're leading the nation in almost all categories, if not the top 5 in most of those categories. We have the top ERA pitching staff in the country. We've scored the most runs in the country offensively. And then at the same time, we lead in a category like hit by pitch as well. So, we're trying to take a little bit of the, that Coach Walsh and football mentality to baseball, and just really proud of our guys. This, I told them with this 30 games in a row, I've never been a part of anything like this. It's, in baseball, it's just kind of an unheard of thing, but it really speaks to the leadership of the sophomores that we have on the team right now. Very, very proud and happy for those guys. I told them it's unrealistic to expect us to continue on forever. Just worry about playing really well and giving great effort every day, and the record and wins and losses will take care of themselves.
I never even had a streak like that against my brother in wiffle ball.
Me neither. And it's hard. I'm trying to downplay it. Every day. I don't want the guys thinking about it because I think that makes you not loose. And but it is hard to mention, or it's hard to not mention it when everybody else is talking about it. And it's really fun. I'm proud to be a part of it, and I appreciate the guys that we have and allowing the coaches to coach them in the way we have.
Especially in a sport like baseball, it's so hard to get a winning streak going. Even of 4 or 5, 6 games, you have to give a lot of great pitching. Your offense has to be on, and 30 straight games. You're talking more than a month of not losing. That's a pretty impressive feat for any baseball team.
Yeah, I was texting with one of my former players, Danny DeBartolomeo, who's a former Holy Spirit guy and now the head baseball coach at Newman University. He was just calling to say congratulations, and I think what I had said to him was that, even in the games we're not playing very well, we find the right time to do exactly what we need to do to get the win. So it's a lot of these games are blowouts, but some of the tight ones, we just found a way at the right time, and I think that speaks to the character of the leaders on our team.
Talking with Coach Gorman from Cumberland County College baseball team. Coach, how do you approach the recruiting process for county college? A little bit different. You only have the guys for 2 years. A lot of these guys are obviously wanting to go on to 4-year colleges. What do you look for in a recruit? How do you convince a guy to come to you for a couple of years, maybe rather than go to somewhere else, a 4-year school and have to sit on the bench for a year or two?
Yeah, we recruit in a couple of different ways. It's definitely based on the individual. I mean, we're looking for the best available talent, guys that have not committed to Division I or Division II schools. we're really going hard after the guys who we feel have been under-recruited and have a lot of talent, that we think we can bring them here, develop them in the weight room and on the field and then move them on. Up to this point right now, just with this team, we have 3 guys who are signed to Division I scholarships, another 3 that are signed to Division II scholarships. We're going to have another 4 that are going to sign in the next couple of weeks. So that also helps with recruiting. The fact that we're able to move guys on to great 4-year universities like Coastal Carolina, St. John's, Campbell, JMU, and even great Division II programs. Lock Haven is up and coming in the PSAC. We've got a guy going there. We're sending a guy to Barry University down in Miami, Florida. So, I think that goal for these student athletes coming out of high school to play at the really high level, the majority of them really need some type of a step before they get there. And I think that's what we provide. The atmosphere, the practice atmosphere, the atmosphere in the weight room, all of that, and in the classroom. A lot of them have holes academically, and academically we're a really easy sell. We're number 1 in the Delaware Valley academically, number 29 in the country. So it's also great to have a great academic institution that is very supportive of our student athletes. So recruiting's never easy, but those things certainly make it manageable.
Yeah, Coach, you mentioned the academic. Maybe a guy struggled a little bit in high school. You kind of almost have to be sort of a pseudo guidance counselor as well. I mean, some of these kids face financial challenges, so they're trying to figure out how they can finish out college with the money they have and that kind of thing. And maybe they didn't put enough effort into their academics in high school, and now you got to kind of motivate them to say, hey, you got a couple of years here to get yourself a college degree. So I guess on that side of it, you're not just a baseball coach, right?
Guidance counselor, therapist, economist. I think we're all of those things. And you know what? More than anything that I do or my staff does, I think it's being around other college level players that they figure out, hey, listen, academics are as big, if not bigger, than what I'm doing on the baseball field. But 99.9% of these guys are never going to play professional baseball and get paid for it in the way that they need to be paid for it. So they're going to have to work someday. And we make sure that we hammer that home. On the other side of that, coming to Cumberland County College for 2 years, it becomes a very affordable, a very good business decision for them.
Right.
They're going to save upwards of $30,000 to $50,000 to $60,000 in 2 years by coming here, and their education is not affected at all. So, we use all that, and it definitely helps out these young men who, I've been, going back to my high school days, and now even in college, sometimes us young men, 17 to 19-year-olds need a couple more years to mature, and I think our place has definitely been a good maturing process for these guys.
Good stuff, Coach. We appreciate it. What do you got coming up here in the next couple of weeks? You got playoffs, I guess, starting soon?
We've got some tough roads ahead. We play in the toughest conference in the country. 3 of the top 5 teams are in our conference. We've got Gloucester County College next weekend, and then followed up by Brookdale County College. Gloucester is number 2 in the country. Brookdale is number 4. So we got some, and not to mention we got Union County College today. We've got games 2 and 3, and we've got to play really well. These guys swing it a little bit, have a good offensive team, and we need to play well. So just trying to stay healthy and making sure, not worrying about wins and losses, but making sure we play really well over these next couple of weeks before playoffs on May 12th.
Awesome, Coach. Keep it up, man. We appreciate it.
Sully, thanks for having me, man.
All right, man. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
That's Coach Keith Gorman of Cumberland County College Baseball. 30 in a row, Cole. They're the hottest team in the nation, so we hopefully they keep that going against Union today.